Are you stressed out about the possibility that you might end up doing a year in jail time and paying a lot of money?
Not really.
This episode of Boing Boing Video is made possible by WePC.com. You and three colleagues, three co-founders of the Pirate Bay, earlier this year were sentenced to a year in jail and a fine that amounts in American dollars to 3.6, nearly $4 million. The case is on appeal right now. What's the latest update? Where do we stand with that?
Well, first of all, it's only 3 people that actually are part of the Pirate Bay, and the last person was our ISP. So we don't really know why he got sentenced.
Are you stressed out about the possibility that you might end up doing a year in jail time and paying a lot of money?
Not really.
I mean, for somebody who's looking at charges that severe, you look like a pretty relaxed, mellow guy right now.
Yeah, but all of us are actually. So it's, we've been waiting for a long time to actually go to court at all, and we know that it's going to take 5 more years before it's actually done in the court system. So there's no need to actually be stressed out right now about this.
You changed the logo on the front page of the Pirate Bay to the Persian Bay, and as I understand it, you guys were involved in supporting or operating or providing some form of support to a forum where people inside and outside Iran could talk about what was happening. What exactly were you doing there?
Well, we were only helping promoting some of other people in the cluster surrounding us, our friends and friends of our friends, who are setting up Tor networks and different VPN systems and proxies and so on, just promoting their forums and so on. So we didn't do all that much, but we have a pretty good name for promoting democracy and freedom of speech. So people kind of trust us when we promote something. So that's what we did.
Well, I think some people hearing about that would say, what does a massive file-sharing enabling service have to do with free speech and democracy or countering censorship?
Well, everything, I think. Essentially, if you check all the way down to what it actually is all about when it comes to file sharing, it's actually about the freedom of sharing things, which is essentially the same as freedom of speech.
How has your life changed since the trial, since that ruling? I mean, are you sort of avoiding going out of the house more? You look so relaxed here. I hesitate to even ask the question, but how have things changed for you?
No, everybody's really positive, besides maybe the RIAA and the record company bosses. But I don't really care about people that don't care about me, so it's no problem,
But what would you say to someone, say, reading the transcript for this chat later from Hollywood, maybe an artist or a filmmaker, who sees you as a thief and as, death the destroyer of worlds? Like, are there practical solutions that you can offer that they may not have thought about for getting paid in a world where media is largely free?
Well, the thing is that most of these people are stuck with the idea that they have to get paid the way they used to be paid. And the problem is that they don't even try to see another possibility on how to get the funding. So they just say there's no other possibility because we can't find anything, because we're not really looking for it. And it's not really my job to come up with the financing deals. I fixed something, or we fixed something for the industry distribution, and they need also to come up with the idea on how to make the money themselves. We're quite smart, but we can't come up with all that.
Why should laws exist that allow sites or services like the Pirate Bay to exist? Why should this not be illegal?
Because you would infringe on so many other laws, actually. There's the freedom of speech, there's privacy, it's the freedom of exchanging cultural ideas and so on. I was watching some of the open video things, and everybody's talking about the values of remix and and it comes to open art and all of this. But without distribution, no one would see all of this material anyhow.
The impact of the Pirate Party in the European Parliament, what sort of effect do you imagine that having on the sort of work that you do?
Well, on what we do, I think it will be a good help, and I think they will do a really good job on getting these different questions talked about within the parliament. And they're really good at getting stuff in the media.
Imagine your perfect PC. Now imagine top engineers and innovators working to make that dream PC a reality. Intel and ASUS invite you to join the conversation about the world's first community-designed laptop at wepc.com. Peter, there's a lot of excitement about your cause in Sweden and in Europe. What would you like to see happen in the United States in terms of mobilization or support?
Well, I would love more people to actually stand up and fight with for instance, with the EFF and all of the other organizations that do a really good job. And making Obama maybe open up a bit more about his ideas and values when it comes to intellectual property. And the Pirate Party I hope they grow in the US. And I hope the Green Party grows as well. They have really good views on this.
I want to read off a question from the Twitter. I feel like I'm on CNN here. Did you and your co-founders do research about legality before launching a Pirate Bay? And if so, sort of what was the consensus, or what risks did you decide to just sort of accept?
Well, what actually happened was at the raid when they took all of the Pirate Bay servers and so on, they actually took our lawyer as well. So yes, we did legal research, and the police tried to arrest him as well.
You're referring to the time when the government illegally seized your servers?
Yes, when they stole our servers.
So I don't know if everybody in here knows what happened after that. The architecture of the network changed. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, basically what we did is that we moved around the servers so that even we don't know where they are.
No, honestly. Like,
honestly.
Your hand to God.
I don't believe in God, but
your hand to the flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah, FSM for life.
You don't know where your servers are?
No. I know one of them.
So, Peter, somebody's asking about independent artists who aren't at studio level. They're not the guys suing you, but they're still trying to figure out how to make it.
Yeah, I understand the issue here. And the thing is, probably torrents is the best thing that ever happened for you guys. And I know that there is not a really the perfect solution right now, but I think most of the artists, even in the low to mid category, will actually earn more money out of sharing their contents using Creative Commons and publishing it on the internet. And being afraid of the internet or saying I don't like it is as being against the color of blue and saying that we have to abandon it because it's ugly. You know, it's not going to happen.
How much free content is there on the Pirate Bay? Creative Commons license, public domain, so on and so forth?
I don't have any exact stats, but it's a lot of the content actually. I was surprised when we did a study about it, and I thought it was like 70%, like 70 is actually free content.
And we're going to close with communal whistling at that figure. Peter Sunde, thank you for joining us. Thank you all.